China, the dragon that shook the world. For decades, China was seen as the sleeping dragon. But what most failed to realize was that behind that slumber, China was quietly planning, building strength with a patience few could comprehend. Once dismissed as a copycat nation churning out cheap, low-quality goods, China endured mockery and disdain from much of the world. But instead of fighting back with words, it responded with strategy. One of its boldest moves was the launch of the One Belt One Road initiative, a sweeping plan to reshape global trade routes, both by land and sea. This wasn't just a grand vision, it was implemented, brick by brick, through adversity, politics, and global skepticism. And all roads, in the end, led to Europe, the economic prize. The land route, Silk Road Economic Belt. This connects Central Asia's high-speed railways through the Middle East, touching key trade hubs like Kazakhstan, Iran, and Turkey, before entering Europe through industrial powerhouses like Frankfurt, Venice, and Amsterdam. The sea route, Maritime Silk Road. It begins at China's major ports, Shanghai, Tianjin, Fuzhou. Then moves through the South China Sea, across ASEAN, past the Strait of Malacca, into the Indian Ocean, the Middle East, parts of southern Africa. And finally, through the Suez Canal into the Mediterranean Sea, bound for Europe. This isn't just infrastructure, it's influence. And China doesn't push it with threats or coercion, but with offers too strategic, too balanced for many partners to refuse. Domestically, China poured massive investment into improving its products, its technology, and its global image. And today, the results are no longer hidden, the world is watching. It might sound like China holds economic leverage over nearly every corner of the globe. And that's true. But how that leverage plays out depends on the leadership of other nations. Whether they can negotiate with clarity, confidence, and sovereignty, instead of fear, corruption, or being dazzled by short-term gains. China's rise is not a result of brute force. It's the quiet power of strategy, persistence, and the ability to see 10 moves ahead. And it does all this without bullying, without belittling, and without bribery. Today, the dragon has fully awakened. And it will never bow again.